Hi, my name is Christina Kurpiel. I'm a software engineering fellow at Project Shift. Very excited to be demoing my final project today. But before I do, a little bit about me and my background. I worked as a clinical mental health therapist for the past 5 years. Decided to make a bit of a career shift here, wanting something a little bit more creative, but something that still utilizes problem solving and understanding people. So to move into my project, I'm going to start sharing my screen. So my project is called the Representation in Film Database. So this is an app that users can go to rate movies based on race representation. So I came up with this idea earlier in the program while researching APIs and came to find that there weren't a whole lot out there in terms of race and representation, and decided that I could use my new skills to change that. So here we have 30 movies currently in the database. Users can add movies. They add them based on ratings. If there are at least 2 characters of color, it gets a 1. If these characters talk to each other, it gets a 2. And if these characters talk about something other than a white person, it gets a 3. Also, if it fails all of those, it gets a 0. So here we see at the bottom the most recently rated movies based on their rating here at the bottom. Let's click one to see. All right, so we see The Lord of the Rings with a rating of 0. We can add a rating. We can also view past ratings. So let's say we disagree with that rating and we want to add in a 1. So for the sake of time, I'm going to be a little bit brief here in what I put in. I would ask most users to be as specific as possible because we want to understand why they gave it that rating. But here we see now the rating has changed. It is populated based on the most common rating given. We go back to the main page, we see that it is also changed there. So let's say we want to add a movie. Let's add The Last Jedi. Add IMDb number. We add year. We link to image. We give our rating. And we add in our user information, which is helpful for the back-end user admin components. Okay, again, I'm going to be a little bit brief here. Movie successfully added. Okay, so here we see the movie here with our correct rating. Wonderful. Now, for this project, I have an admin section that is open for everyone to see. If this were an actual app deployed, this would be a locked section only for admin. But here I want to be able to show that we can now go in, delete a review, and we can even delete a movie. And if we refresh, that movie is gone. Wonderful. Okay, we can search by movie as well. All of our movies are populated here. There's also an API section that includes details about how to utilize the API, which is my main point in making this project, is having it accessible to developers, social scientists, anyone who might want to use this data. So we have parameters. We also have an example of what an API call might return. There's also an about section that has information about the Bechdel test, which is what this whole app is based on. We also have stats that are live populated based on each movie in the database and the criteria they fall under. And we also have resources about the Bechdel test, racial representation in movies, and why these things might be important to designers and developers. I think it's a really important thing to be talking about, especially in tech. Well, thank you so much for viewing my demo. It was an incredibly fun project to work on. It was very hard to step away from a lot of the time and really solidify that I'm in the right field, and very excited to be moving forward into a new job. You can find me on LinkedIn, Christina Kurpiel. You can also find my information in the demo brochure. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.